Stretch, stretch.
Oh.
Okay, the next question. Look at me. I don't know what it's doing. Here, let me.
See that?
Oh, see, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's like tripping me out.
It's trying to figure itself out. Just like all of us.
Just like all of us.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Carrie Rad. This is my boyfriend, Alex.
Hello.
And today we are going to be doing a Q&A together. I asked you guys on Twitter and Snapchat to send in some questions, and we're going to be answering them. It's kind of like a boyfriend tag, I guess.
I guess so.
A Q&A with your boyfriend, sort of. So let's get into the questions.
What do we got, Carrie? What are all the radicals sending you?
That's Alex's word for you guys, or name. Radicals.
Rad. Also, it's like 7:45 in the morning, so bear with us. We're gonna do our best to.
It's 8:05 actually.
Whoa. Well, when we set everything up, it was like 7:30.
Yeah, it's very early right now. I'm pretty impressed with us right now. We both have a lot to do today, and we were like, let's shoot this video bright and early. And we're actually doing it.
Yeah.
Props. Okay, so let's start off with an easy question first to
Okay.
warm it up.
I like warming it up.
Yasmin Rosario asked, how did you guys meet?
We were at a party hosted by Big Frame, which is the company that manages both of us, and they had an ice cream sandwich stand, and Carrie and I met basically discussing the merits of what type of ice cream sandwich we should get. I was eating a Snickerdoodles cookie with mint chocolate chip ice cream,
yeah.
and I was arguing the validity of the statement that mint chocolate chip is the best ice cream in the world.
And I was arguing that Snickerdoodle inside Snickerdoodle was the best choice.
Regardless, I think we bonded over the fact that we had both chosen Snickerdoodles as the cookie.
Yeah,
because
we both agreed on Snickerdoodle.
There were multiple choices for what type of cookie you could get, so I think we met over an ice cream sandwich. It's so cheesy, but it's true.
The next question is from Juliana, and she asked, favorite memory or experience together?
That's hard. We've done a lot together.
Yeah.
You know? Although I really enjoyed the evening sunset in the natural hot springs somewhere in Central California that we had. We like drove up in the mountains to these beautiful little hot springs, and
that was amazing.
we just sat there and soaked, and it was like after a really long trip for me. Like I'd been away for a while, so it was just super relaxing, and we got to like just soak and snuggle together, and it was amazing.
Yeah, we just laid in this hot springs while the sun was going down, and there was a hot springs but also a creek, so we were dipping in and out of the hot springs and the cold creek.
Oh, so good.
It was amazing. That's one of my favorite memories too. I think our first overnight stay in Topanga Canyon, because I feel like that's when we really got to know each other.
Yeah.
And it was the first time we like really started to talk to each other, and like we were both kind of like, it was that feeling of both being like, okay, we're
And
into
plus
this.
the place was like a super cool little hippie hangout. And,
It was so cool. The next question is from Justice, and she said, how long have you two been together? Also, I just finished reading The Alchemist and I loved it.
great book.
Yeah. Alex recommended The Alchemist to me. If you guys watch my videos, you know that. And I just finished reading it probably like a month ago, and I really liked it too.
I think we've been together for like 9, almost 10 months now. We're creeping up to a year.
Yeah. It'll be a year away, April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Almost a year.
It's so crazy. It doesn't feel like...
It doesn't feel like that at
I
all.
feel like I just met you. But like, also know you really well. So it's weird. The next question comes from Jules. What's the best thing about your relationship?
Take it away, Carrie.
2 things. I like that we relax together. Like when we're together, we make a point to chill.
Mm.
And I think that we're always laughing too, you know? Like we make everything into a joke.
I think for me, the best thing about our relationship is that we understand each other and we kind of operate in the same world. So a lot of the time, like some of the issues and the stressful things about being self-employed, being an entrepreneur, being a YouTuber, not a lot of people can understand that. We also know when to like relax, when to turn off, and when to just, you know, enjoy each other's company. And I think that like having that work-life balance is one of the best things about our relationship.
Yeah, we both value relaxation and spending time together.
And unplug.
Yeah. Next question is from Jessica Chamberlain. Chamberlain. How do you stay connected when you both travel so much and have such crazy schedules?
I basically spam Carrie with photos, text messages, and awkward FaceTime calls at very late hours.
I woke up the other morning to a YouTube video of this like reggae.
Yeah, I was in Jamaica and I was listening to this song. It's called Love and Affection by an artist named Pressure.
It's actually really good.
You should just link it so they can like...
Yeah, I'll link it. You should just listen to the words. Like, I woke up to the song and was like, that's what you have to do because it's what helps keep you connected. Thank goodness we have phones, cell phones now that we can like send pictures to each other. Now I'm talking like I'm like some like...
Back in our day, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't even have telephones. We talked with a can and a string.
I act like I lived through that, like in a relationship.
Carrie is an old soul, if you haven't realized yet. Like, Carrie has existed for millennia. She's been around for thousands of years. I think, though, just, making the time every day, at the end of the day, to have a FaceTime, whether it's 5 minutes or, 50, I think just taking that time and making it like a thing is... how we stay connected and how we stay like
that's
engaged.
How we got to know each other at first too, because we met and then you had to leave for like 2 or 3 weeks. I think 2, and we FaceTimed throughout that entire time because we were just getting to know each other. And it was actually really cool because it removed all of the physical elements of the relationship and it was just sitting down talking to somebody through the camera.
Just like emotional.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It was cool. It was a really neat way to start a relationship. You're curious about that?
Yeah, for you.
Okay, so the next question is, when was the exact moment...
Who says it?
Oh, Lou Devine? When was the exact moment you knew you loved each other? Alex wants to know my answer, so that's why I'm asking this. Yeah. When did I tell you?
I think it was like
no, you told me first.
Yeah.
And then I said, yeah, I do.
I still think that the hot spring moment...
Yeah.
That was like when we really fell in love.
Yeah, that crossed my mind at first, but I just didn't know if that was too early.
It was early, but I felt it,
Yeah.
I don't know if we said it, but...
Another question from Yasmin. She asked, places you would love to travel in the future.
Together, right?
Together, yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Europe. I want to do like Italy together.
Ooh, that'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to take you to New Zealand. And I want to take you like fly fishing and backpacking in like the wild of New Zealand. Because my dad is from New Zealand. I'm a dual citizen. I'm an American and a New Zealand citizen. I'm obsessed with fly fishing and I don't get to do it very often, but Carrie had the opportunity to do it with Ingrid last summer. And the first time she went, she caught a fish, and I think you kind of fell in love with it too.
Yeah, so it's so nice.
We need to go and do that together, but we got to do it in New Zealand.
Alex was so stoked when I went fly fishing, and that was like the whole thing. Ingrid kept like sending him Snapchats of me like, or pictures of me like doing it.
This is when we were still like pretty new.
So new.
She sent me a selfie, and she was like in fly fishing waders with like a hat on and a flannel with a beer in her wader and a fly rod, standing in a river, and I was just like, okay, I love you.
Is that when you knew?
That's when I knew.
I think that's one of the questions in here.
Yeah. Is it? That was the moment for me.
Any plans for Valentine's Day? Yes. I think this video is going to go up on Valentine's Day, so we will be back at Topanga Canyon.
We found this really cool, like, off-the-grid, bohemian, refurbished, like, RV home that is on the top of this hill overlooking the ocean. We're going to take the bike. We're going to ride around the Santa Monica Mountains. We're going to Santa Monica Mountains. We're going to pick up a bottle of wine or two, park the bike, and have, like, a fire, watch the sunset, cook some food, and just relax.
There's a little hammock I saw in one of the pictures.
Yeah. The weirdest thing Alex does that you hate, I'm curious.
You and a toothpick, maybe.
Really?
Like, you're always, like, I feel like you always think there's something in your teeth. Don't. You use anything as a toothpick. You really do. Like, you'll take a straw, you'll, like, do anything.
I love flossing, and I love having clean teeth, and I hate plaque. So, yes, after we eat out at a restaurant, I always grab a toothpick on the way out. And so we walk home, and I have a toothpick in my mouth.
But you don't only use toothpicks to
What else do I use?
Like you'll use a straw, you'll use like...
this is true.
You'll use any random object that might...
Good to know.
...help you. What's the weirdest thing that I do that you hate? The question didn't ask that, but I want to know. It's fine, I didn't do anything weird.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I mean, I actually love it. I love that you do it.
Okay, what is it?
It's like, sometimes when I'm, like, at the very end of finishing something super important that I need to, like, finish, like, work-wise, like, Carrie will be, like, she's kind of like a little puppy sometimes. She'll just be, like, walk right up and, like, sit down and be, like, just kind of, like, like, you know, like... She goes like this and stuff, and I'm like, babe, just give me, like, honestly, give me 5 minutes, and then we can snuggle as much as you want. But I love that you do that though, because it's like, it's so cute, and I love.
You can't go back now.
Caroline says, "What was your first impression of him?"
When I first met Alex, I liked that he was hot, one, and then two, once I started talking to him, because there's, you know, a lot of hot men in LA, and I was like, okay, another hot guy. And then I started talking to him, and I was like, oh, he's also smart and cultured and a good person. And yeah, I think one of the biggest things was that you were cultured and that you didn't seem like most guys. What was your first impression of me?
Well, we talked about her trip on Royal Crush, where she went all over Europe, and then she was telling me how she was forced to say amazeballs. And
it was in the script.
Yeah, that's always just kind of like stuck out. Like, I laughed so hard, and that's always been kind of our little inside joke now.
Yeah, we always go amazeballs.
Yeah, when something happens, we look at each other and we're like, amazeballs.
That's what you liked about me, was that I said amazeballs in the script and that it was funny.
Also, she like we had this weird encounter at the bathroom. You remember that?
Oh yeah, like, we were standing next to each other in line, and then we both started to like go, and you were like, "Oh, you coming with me?"
Oh yeah, yeah. I was in front of her in line.
Yeah.
And like, I started to walk in, and Carrie followed me into the bathroom.
I did not follow you into the bathroom.
Almost.
I was gonna go in, and I didn't know you were going in as well, and you were like, "Oh, you coming with me?" And I was like, "Oh my god, how embarrassing." The next question, and this will be the last one, it's from Amy Raw, and she said, "Do you prefer being in a relationship, and does it take some time getting used to?" We both were single for a while before we met each other. I prefer being in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Does it take time getting used to? Yeah. I mean, I was very happy being single. When I met Alex, I was like, I'm not looking for anything. Like, I was really, yeah.
That's how it works. You're never like, a good relationship, you know, kind of just like falls in your lap. You don't go out looking for it. Because if you go out looking for something, then you're never like happy with what you find.
Alright guys, I think that is it for the questions. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys have a good Valentine's Day, because I believe this is going to go up around Valentine's Day. Make sure you guys go over and check out Alex's stuff too with his brother Marco. They have a channel. I'll link it in the description box, and I'm going to have cards popping up to go check them out as well. But they make really cool travel content, like some really great quality stuff that is also informative, so you guys should check it out. Well, I'm glad you guys were able to meet this man of my life. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, and also, if you are not already, make sure you subscribe. Touch that little button down at the bottom. Alright guys, see you later.
Bye.